Friends, welcome to youtube.com oblique Dr. Ved channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor and Head, Veterinary Medicine. We are going to deal with important bacterial disease, actinomycosis in cattle buffaloes. In part 4, we will discuss clinical signs in horse, pig, and dog and diagnosis of actinomycosis. Friends, we discuss here clinical signs of actinomycosis in horses. Actinomyces bovis and Brucella abortus both jointly causes suppuration and granulation, and it produces two type of diseases in horses. One is fistulous wither and other is the pole evil. Fistulous wither means a fistula at the wither. Fistula at the wither. This is caused by infection both Actinomyces bovis and Brucella abortus. It causes infection of bursa. Remember, it is infection of bursa between a nuchal ligament and primary thoracic spine, and it causes inflammatory and suppurative condition of supraspinous bursa. Clinical signs in horses. We have seen two conditions in horses, fistulous wither and pole evil. Similarly, fistula occur at the pole region, pole of the head region. That is pole evil. The same infection caused by Actinomyces bovis and Brucella abortus. This causes infection of the bursa between nuchal ligament and atlas axis. This causes inflammatory condition and the suppuration of supraatlantar bursa. Here there is affection of the supraatlantar bursa. In both the condition, fistulous withers and pole evil, there is inflammation of bursa and it causes a excessive thickening of the wall of the bursa. Then there is a distance of the bursal sac. The bursal sac distant. The bursa rupture when they ripen and it discharge exudate. In early stages, the exudate is very clear, straw colored and viscous. Later on, there is a secondary infection to this exudate and it causes a suppurative discharge. Then the condition is very worst. This suppurative discharge or this exudate comes out through the skin and outside through fistula. When the fistula occur at the wither, it is called as fistulous wither. When fistula occur at the pole, it is called as pole evil. Both this fistulous wither and pole evil are very chronic cases and it deteriorates the condition of the horses. Now, clinical signs of actinomycosis in pigs. The infection in pig is very rare. If infection occur, it causes mastitis. In the udder, there is extensive granulomatous, a nodular type of lesion of the skin over the udder. The affected pig become emaciated. Such extensive granulomatous nodular type of lesion is also observed in the viscera of the pig, and that is called as visceral actinomycosis. And this visceral actinomycosis causes wasting in the pigs. And then when the pig wasting is there, we are losing the flesh or bacon of the pig. So in that way, this is the importance of the disease in pig. Clinical signs of actinomycosis in dogs. It also occurs rash condition. In dogs, it produces a chronic condition and pyogranulomatous lesion, both pus formation and granulomatous lesion on the skin of various parts of the body, in the submandibular region, in the abdomen, and in the thoracic region. But it occurs very rarely. We discuss here diagnosis of actinomycosis. We have seen characteristic clinical signs in cattle, buffaloes, horse, dog, and pig. Generally, this actinomycosis produce suppurative granulomatous infection and nodular type of the growth wherever they cause infection. Disease can be diagnosed at necropsy finding the same thing, suppurative granulomatous nodular type of the infection. Clinician can isolate and identify the organism. Sulfur granules are the characteristic of this disease. Microscopic examination of the stained pus that contain sulfur granule, they shows actinomyces bovis, gram-positive cocci, as well as filamentous. It is a filamentous bacteria of actinomyces bovis. This is the characteristic. Continue with the diagnosis. Clinician can examine the pus directly, direct examination without staining. Here, a small drop of pus is taken along with water, mixed it on a glass slide. Then place a cover slip over it and just press the cover slip to press the granules very gently. Such pressure that it will crush the granules. Then examine this under low power of microscope, direct examination without staining. It will reveal a clear cut, regular, club shaped filamentous organism in the center of the crust granules. This is the confirmation of the disease. Continue with the diagnosis of actinomycosis. Clinician collect sample and perform the histopathological examination in the laboratory. The tissue section shows cellular changes, especially granulomatous changes in the section. The granules of the actinomyces bovis we call it as a sulfur granule because it is a hard, just like grit, and yellow whitish in color. It doesn't contain sulfur, but it looks like sulfur granule. They are gritty, non-acid fast branched filaments. It is observed when it is stained by brown modification of gram stain. So this Actinomyces bovis is a filamentous bacteria. Here we discuss sample collection for the diagnosis of actinomycosis. And here we'll see the procedure for a collection of sample from unopened lesion. Still the lesions are not open. No fistula, lesions are closed. Clinician first clean the site thoroughly to minimize the external contamination. Then with the help of needle and syringe sterile, aspirate the pus from unopened lesion. Then in the pus, the clinician can see the sulfur granules. They are gritty, they are yellowish white, just color of the sulfur, and it is visible by naked eye. The clinician can see with direct examination also. They can find a club filamentous organism. Also, by stained smears, microscopic examination of the crust granules or stained smears, the clinician finds a filamentous bacteria and club shaped. This is the characteristic of the diagnosis. Friends, here we have seen the clinical signs in the various animals and the diagnosis of actinomycosis. Request you to share this information to veterinary friend and to promote the channel, subscribe the channel and to update the channel. Request to see the videos on and often, and thank you very much for observing the video.